Hi, this is Dr. Catherine West, and I'm here with a short video on how to select an issue for your healthcare policy analysis project. First, let's start with the end in sight, because after you perform a healthcare policy analysis, you need to create a manner for conveying what you found, what you analyzed. Often there's a lot of data involved. One of the best ways to share the results of an analysis is with an infographic. Here's a sample of 3 infographics from the CDC library of infographics, because they do so many. Other agencies also have libraries of infographics which you can go look and see how they're put together. So let's take a look at the American Public Health Association, because they have fabulous resources for advocacy on particular issues. First, we'll look at the policy and advocacy section and click on advocacy for public health. Here we see the web page, and we can see that under advocacy they have suggestions on writing letters. If you're coming to DC, the priorities of the APHA right now, and something called Speak for Health that we'll take a look at. Under the basic advocacy page, they have information on how to take action, how to vote for health, how to stay informed. These would be on different issues, and then more about advocacy content. If we look at the current 2024 advocacy priorities by APHA, we can see that they're directed to the federal Congress and the Biden administration. There's a paragraph on each of the main issues that the APHA is currently advocating for. I mentioned the Speak for Health website, and this is what that looks like. You could see that it helps members or individuals just like you stand up for public health interests. And so there's some additional information and ideas about how you can do that. They also do have state fact sheets, which can be used. Here's the California one, which targets the issues that are known to that state is currently working on. Now, since we were looking at finding issues from the APHA website, we can go to the Topics and Issues link, and there are the major ones on the top here, but if you scroll down, you'll see an entire catalog of issues of interest. Another place where you can find issues, especially local ones, would be to look at your local health agency, LHA, also known as your county health department or city health department, and see what issues are currently happening in your own backyard. The National Association of Cities and Counties Health Organizations, NACCHO, is a great resource at the more local level. And if you scroll down from their main web page, you can see they have a directory of local health departments. You can go to the directory, put in your zip code, and it will direct you to that health department. So for an example, I thought I would share with you a few health departments and where you could find issues that are locally of interest. This is the County of Los Angeles Public Health Department, and you can see just on their main web page that they have a number of basic links that go into more detail on particular topics. And if you scroll down, you can see what is currently in the news, actually, by date. And then also community involvement, places where there's additional sorts of issues available. One hot tip for sure is to always look up the local health agency's program directory. Here for LA County, they have individual websites on each one of these programs. It is a big county, though. We have a population of 9.6 million people, and so we can have many programs. So any one of these programs will identify current issues. Choose a program that has a topic for which you're passionate about and write on that issue. Here's an example of another county health department. This one's San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County is the largest geographical county in the country. It has both urban, suburban, and even frontier areas. Frontier is a designated area description of less than 7 people per square mile. So San Bernardino County has a large area geographically of frontier. But again, you can take a look at their newsroom, their events, or their programs and services. And you can see right here the areas of most interest to the people of San Bernardino County. One more example, this is the city of Long Beach, completely the opposite size of San Bernardino County. There's a long history about city health departments we won't get into right here. But again, you want to look across the top of their page here to see what services they offer. These would all have issues involved that you could analyze. Healthy living. This is definitely the health and wellness levels 1 and 2 prevention for populations or diseases and conditions that they're concerned about. So you can see that what the current issues are in Long Beach. Dengue, Ebola, well, there's something on there. And then resources for providers, again, these would have issues. Finally, remember that when you use a government website, there's a particular APA style to use. From the apastyle.apa.org website, click on the Style Grammar Guidelines for References, and in the example section, choose Online Media. Notice that the web pages and websites, there's a couple of them. We're going to go take a look at the web page on a website references. And here we can see if it's news, government agency, organizational group author, or an individual author, or the retrieval date. So when we look at the website with a government agency, if they're different, the National Institute of Mental Health is a sub-agency of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Institutes of Health, we can see that the responsible party for the content, or the author, the agency name goes in the author spot. The publisher, or the one responsible for the web page and publication, goes in the site spot. However, a lot of the organizations that we were just looking at, both the author and the organization are the same. In that case, the organization, in this case World Health Organization, goes in the author spot. You always have something in the author spot. But since it's the same as the site or the publisher responsible for the content, we just omit it now in 7th edition as redundant. One other point about these websites down here, some online works note that when the work was last updated. So if you see on the web page at the bottom a date that says updated in a particular date, then that's clearly attributable to that content. Use the updated date. However, if the date says it was reviewed on a date, then do not include the date of last review, because content that has been reviewed has not necessarily been changed or updated. So for the purposes of a reference, ignore a reviewed date, but do keep an updated date. Notice that the title of the web page itself is italics. That's because that's what you take off the internet. You know, when you take a book off the shelf, it tilts. So that's italics. You're taking it off the internet. And then end the reference with the URL. So I hope that helps. Be sure to choose an issue for which you have passion about, and that will guide you in your future endeavors. Happy hunting and good luck on your analysis.